Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. If you're not following me on Twitter, you better get over there because when we do these games, we'll tweet and offer our insights. And if you've seen them, you'll notice I have a certain obsession with an offensive set called horns. And horns is basically a point guard on top, two high posts, and two guys in the corner. And it gives you a lot of movement and good weak side screens and puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Watching the Warriors versus Mavericks last night, the Warriors love to run this and they'll do it 5 or 6 possessions in a row, which triggers a chess match between Mark Jackson and Rick Carlisle. And it was really fascinating to watch how they adjusted to each other to get good shots or to take away those good shots.
Along with the infirmarian.
And you'll see double high post with Lee and Bogut up on top, and Jarrett Jack will go to the weak side to screen the corner Klay Thompson. OJ Mayo slides way too high, giving a back cut easy to the basket for Klay Thompson. Same play, but Mayo plays it better and doesn't give a back cut, so that triggers a down screen by Bogut for Klay Thompson coming around, but Lee doesn't give it to him even though he's wide open. Next should be another down screen for Jarrett Jack, but Bogut doesn't do that and the offense breaks down pretty quickly. Screen and roll on top, they don't get much of good defense by the Mavericks and they have to burp up a bad shot. This time Jack goes to the strong side to screen Harrison Barnes, and that's going to trigger a cross screen for Klay Thompson by Harrison Barnes. I think that Bogut should screen down. He looks kind of lost out there, but because there's no down screen, the dribble pitch doesn't work as well, but with the spacing and movement, they get this great play. Jarrett Jack goes again to the weak side to screen down, and you'll see Harrison Barnes go on the baseline, and this becomes a flex action where they screen the screener. The Mavericks defend it well, but that down screen allows Bogut to get deep position on the mid post and he can go to work, just can't quite finish. Gorgeous wrinkle here where Jack screens on the strong side, and then Klay Thompson's going to get a double screen and he goes between them wide open to the top of the key for a three. They come back down and do a weak side screen in the corner, which again triggers flex, this time for David Lee posting up on the block, and he knows what to do with it against Shawn Marion in a mismatch. The weak side corner doesn't have to cut to the hoop. He could also get a double down screen from the post and the guard and come up on top for an open shot. Here's Jefferson getting the and one. They'll even make the sign for hook 'em horns to call it, and there's Crowder calling out the play as well. They know how to defend this. So Mayo is going to get in the way of that screen, and then on the down screen, it's going to be a bad pass by Green, and that stalls the whole offense. They don't get anything out of this. The Mavericks' adjustment against this is to switch on the flex action. So you watch how Vince Carter is going to point it out and make Wright take his man, and then Collison is going to switch and take Vince Carter's man. That stymies the offense a bit. It turns into an ISO for Klay Thompson, who gets a really good shot but just can't finish. Again, Jack goes to screen in the weak side corner, but Harrison Barnes does not set his man up very well and then doesn't even cut through. The whole offense is stymied. The down screen for Jack doesn't work either, and they're left to a shot clock winding down post up against Marion that doesn't work. Again, they go to David Lee in the high post, and on the weak side, you'll see the Mavericks switch everything, and this is going to cause mismatches because they're going to end up having Shawn Marion on Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson blows right by him, but misses the layup. So it's deep in the fourth quarter, and they call horns again, and Jarrett Jack is going to go to the weak side to set the screen. I want you to watch how on the weak side, when they switch, you're going to actually see two guys run to Klay Thompson. That's going to free up Bogut, who's got position. That's going to be important later because after the tough defense and the missed shot, there's Bogut getting a hand on it. That frees it up for Lee to get open for the rebound and Jarrett Jack to nail an important three. As you can see, there's a real sort of basic movement to it. It's easy to teach, easy to install, but not so easy to stop. Rick Carlisle did a really good job, I thought, especially in those switches, but if you noticed, what happens is you get mismatches. And on that last possession, they had OJ Mayo start out on David Lee, and as a result, when that shot went up, nobody really boxed him out, and that's what was able to get that rebound and a kick out back to Jarrett Jack for that three. So you can see that no matter what you do, even if you really try and do a good job of taking away shots, if you do that switching, you get into mismatches, and that could lead to all sorts of trouble. Well, thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Later on today, we'll have our top 5 top 5 power forwards in the league, and that's going to be a great one. So don't miss it. And don't forget, at B-Ball Breakdown, it's not a channel, it's a conversation. You in?